Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Looking in the camera, I'm looking at my hair needs cutting. It's getting a bit big and fuzzy now, which is really irritating. This map thing's doing my head in as well. Why is it always there? Let me just put it. Sorry, you had a big close up of Baz's fat head then. Right, let's get comfy. Yeah, where were we? We're back with another beer review. Baz's hair is getting big and fuzzy and needs a haircut. And we're back with another one that my wife got me for Christmas from the Beers of Europe box. And we are looking at an Italian beer in this one. And it's from Birra, Oxiana. Now, I'm not sure where they're from. I did try and look, but I couldn't read it or pronounce it, so I didn't say it. Wasn't anywhere sort of like instantly recognisable. And we are taking a look at their Epic Amber IPA, coming in at 6.8% ABV. It's an American IPA, or it's classed as, it says on the bottle on the back here, American IPA. 330 ml, 6.8%. And funny enough, I went online to have a look to see where the brewery were from, if you like, and I actually went onto the Beers of Europe website, and it was $3.99 on there. So 330 ml for $3.99. It's imported. They're going to make their bit. Yeah, is it the cheapest beer going? No. Is it the most expensive beer going? No. But there you go. I only said that just because of the price. I'm not bothered. So yeah, I could read. Well, there you go. There's the writing on the back. If you want to pause it, zoom in and have a look, feel free. So it's a new brewery to me, like I say, out of Italy, an American IPA, 6.8%. It's been out the fridge for a bit, but there is a nice chill on it. I don't have one of their glasses, so we're going to put it in the Birra Peretti glass that I've got. So let me just show you the crown there, Oxiana on the top. So let's get this cracked open. I quite like the label, quite a classy sort of label. Let's get it cracked open and see what we get. I maybe need to do less talking at the start, and while I'm pouring the beer, actually do some of the talking I do in the start, maybe. I did read quickly just a couple of lines or something. You know, when you do the search, you get them online, but I didn't really take any notice. But I think it's supposed to be quite a malty number, and I would expect that anyway from this sort of IPA. It looks very amberish as well. The glass is nucleated. There are a few bubbles going up, but it is quite a spacious, sort of slightly off-white head. There we go. That's looking a bit more compact, isn't it? So yeah, looks sort of traditional and American IPA-ish as you'd expect. So let's dive in with the nose. There is a little bit left in the bottle. Let's dive in with the nose, have a sniffers, see what we get. Funny enough, it has that sort of aroma that some of the painted brews have. Sweet, malty. There's maybe a little bit of caramel in there, a little back note of caramel. Yeah, that's what I would say is all I'm getting. I'm trying to see if I'm picking up any fruity notes. Maybe a touch of orange or something like that. But like I say, that sort of slight aroma that you get maybe from a pint of brew, but a lot less sort of toned down. But you definitely get that feel, and that's maybe not something you want when you've paid £4 for a beer. But anyway, we'll get the rest into the glass, get it topped up, and see what we get. It's definitely gone hazier as well, and there is a couple of bits in the bottom of the glass my side. So let's dive in on Birra Oxiana's Epic Amber IPA, an American IPA, coming in at 6.8% ABV. Cheers. And yeah, you've got, I mean, American IPA, American Pale Ale IPA, yeah, it's doing that sort of style justice. (6.8%). You may expect a heavy sort of beer. You don't get that thick sort of heavy weightiness that you would from maybe some other beers. But what you get is a 6.8% beer that has some weight to it, that isn't thin, that isn't watery. It's got a very zingy carbonation in it, not big bubbles, but it's sort of, as it hits the palate, it's very zingy. Sort of roughens it up a little bit, but at the same time, it's very smooth. Until that carbonation hits the palate and comes in, it's very smooth, very soft. And the body sort of feels heavier before that carbonation hits. Big citrus notes in this as well. A big maltiness, slightly sweet. That sort of pint of feel is still there, but it's getting less and less, if you know what I mean. So, and starting to feel more like a proper produced sort of beer. I know that sounds bad, but yeah, rich and malty. When I say rich, it's sort of, how can I describe it? Because rich maltiness can come across in many different ways. But I think you're getting a big maltiness along with a big citrus note, orange sort of citrus note. And them two flavours combining sort of give it that richness, I think. Goes down very well. Not really sort of bitter. Now there's just sort of like a bitterness starting to linger and kick in. But as you're drinking it, it's more of a sweeter note. And it's when everything else is gone, it does leave you with a bitterness. And you could even say a touch of grapefruit in there as well with that bitterness. 6.8%. It's got that feel of a stronger beer. But I wouldn't say you particularly pick it up and it's uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. You get that hoppy bite to it. Again there, I sort of got that more sort of feel of, say, something like a pint of brew, which is very odd. What do I think of it? It does the style justice. Bear with me. Right, can't remember where the hell I was. The door went, yes, 6.8%, you sort of feel it, but it's not particularly massive. Sweet, orange, sort of tails off to a bitterness, grapefruit bitterness, orange citrus bitterness. Yeah, I mean, it does the style justice. I think that's where I was getting at. It does the style justice. What can I? It's nice enough, but it doesn't blow me away in that sense. I think it is just that feel, that little tickly feel of a pint of brew that sort of makes me think, hang on. But maybe the pint of brews are better than I actually make them out to be. But yeah, it's a nice enough drink. I think anyone that buys it isn't really going to be massively disappointed. But, you know, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Let me just say that. I mean, I've lost my train of thought now since I stopped. But Birra Oxiana and their Epic Amber IPA, which is American IPA, coming in at 6.8%. Perfectly drinkable, not really wrong with it, apart from that little pinter feel. But unless you own a pinter, you're not even going to know. So you're going to pick up these notes and you're going to make your own choice. So if you've had this beer before, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Sorry it's a bit of a car crash video, I'm afraid. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.